Welcome to the newest episode of Gaijin Scars Podcast livestream. We are just two ordinary foreigners, Gaijins, like talk about all things Japanese music and anything in between. So, we survived a heat wave, didn't we, Matt?
Barely. As for ordinary, I'm fucking amazing. So, I expect a hero's welcome. I think I can hear your scream. Cool. As for that heat wave, I just wanted to die because it's bad enough, like, as an adult having to deal with that. But when you've got three screaming children who are angry and upset because they're so hot and bothered and you can't make them happy, and then they're not sleeping at night, and then you're not sleeping at night, then all day they're kicking off, and you just go, fucking hell. So, but thankfully, I mean, the heat waves were lovely when you're younger, or if you're single, or if you haven't got kids. Fucking have time of your life. But when it comes to kids, it's awful. So I'm very thankful for the cool weather that's rolled in. It's been raining here. I don't know about you. I mean, you live down south. You're privileged. Oh, I think you've muted yourself, mate. Ah, there he is. What that? I was missing the handsome voice. Oh, I hate it when they do that. They get your hopes up, and then you get the erection, and it all goes, and you have nothing. No storm, nothing. Terrible. But we're here for episode 2, mate. We've made it. Didn't kick it off after the first episode. So, I mean, that's a sweeping statement. News. Oh, the loads. A lot's changed. Sorry, I wasn't expecting it, just completely off the cuff, so I'm going to have to really think about what I'm going to say there. My fiance is in Turkey, enjoying her hen do. I'm sat at home babysitting, doing all the school runs and everything, so that's enjoyable. But I am drinking her gin, so it swings and roundabouts, So, news. In terms of Japanese music, absolutely not. No. I saw the highlights of the Tokyo Idol Festival. And a lot of them looking quite good. But I watched Biz's set, and Christ, I had to turn it off because I was just cringing on the inside, because it's almost like I've really enjoyed the two new tracks from the new Biz, should we say. And I've quite liked them. They're catchy, they're enjoyable. I went to go and watch their live set on that, and I had to turn it off because I was just embarrassed, because it seemed like it was just however long it was of folks who couldn't sing. So I was like, what in fuck is this? And even my fiance was sat next to me, just kind of looking and going, like, there's just an uncomfortable feeling between us where she just said, what's happening? And I've had to just come to terms with the fact that I've had to turn around to her and say, I don't know. I don't know if this is legit. I don't know if Watanabe's just turned around and said, go out there and be shit, because that's part of the branding. I don't know. But I was disappointed with that, and unfortunately, I couldn't sit through it. I bought a cookbook. I don't know if that like is considered news, but it should be. I'm getting quite a collection now. I'm quite an avid cook as well, so I'm enjoying that. There'll be more, but I've really been put on the spot there. So, what's your news? Let's put you on the spot. What's your fucking news? I'm unavailable. I'm not committing to any more entertainment projects. Sorry. It all depends. I'd love to see passcode, but I do wonder what the costs would be back in this country. Like, I assume that have they played here before? Right. Okay. I can only imagine what I think the costs would be, and it'd be worth it, wouldn't it? But I can't think of where they'd play, because your instinct would say to you, I mean, they've done a great job on the tickets for the Budokan and whatnot. So you think, well, they could probably play Wembley. But, yeah, yeah. Sorry, what I meant by like Wembley is like they can fill that kind of a stage. I know they wouldn't kind of pick up the audience in this country, but then maybe they would, because they are quite, they're quite genre defining, aren't they? When they've obviously done a lot of other projects and stuff that's not just music. So, but no, you're right. I mean, Baby Metal. People are surprised that Baby Metal played at Wembley. So, I suppose you can't win. Yeah, it'd be mad as fuck though to look at Passcode playing at the Underworld or Passcode playing at O2 Academy in fucking Islington or Birmingham. Yeah. Imagine they were playing the Sunflower Lounge in Birmingham. That'd be amazing.
Okay.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah, let's hope so. And Little Lilith have announced that they'll be doing some European tour dates. So, shame UK's not on the list, but I was really looking forward to it when it was announced. I was really disappointed, but congratulations on them going to Europe later this year. So, going to take that for granted. And also, like, it was announced yesterday that Love Bites are going to be doing a live stream of their Tokyo show in next week, next Saturday, next Sunday, sorry. Which the tickets for the live stream will go on sale next few days, so that's one of them. And also announced today, I was watching a live stream of the group Nemophila, and they've just gone on to announce that they'll be playing Budokan in February, which they had the date set, but it didn't announce it till today that's where they're playing. So it was a live stream, and they had like recorded like behind the scenes of them at the venue and everything. So which I'm quite happy with. 4 years or 5 years as a group, they're actually doing Budokan in that time. So and
it's quite special.
Yeah. Because I was meant to go to Budokan. Speaking of Budokan, I was meant to go to Budokan in February of 2021, but like the Japanese borders were still closed at the time, so that's That's
Why? What was happening in 2021?
It was in 2021. It was Bandmade. We're going to play Budokan, and I actually won a ticket and that on the lottery things that loads of artists do.
Okay,
Yeah, I actually won a ticket, so I got my money back because they closed as the Japanese border was still closed at the time. So, which I was sad, but at the end of the day, the wait was worth it when I went there earlier this year. So, stick with that. What? Okay.
If anybody throughout this stream catches me scratching my fucking hands or fingers or whatever, it's not a nervous thing. It's not like an anxiety thing. I had an eczema flare up and it's driving me up the fucking wall. I'm honestly, because I look like a cretin wherever I go. I'm like the thing from Hunchback and Notre Dame over there, and I'm like scratching my fucking fingers. So to turn around to people who caught me out doing it and just going, "It's all right, mate. I'm fine. I've not got it. It's all good. It's dry skin."
Yeah, not to worry. I've had that for the last few weeks, like dry skin, all skin's peeling off my hands. So I'm not gonna go into too much detail. So,
sorry if that kind of like anybody out, but you should be used to it by now, surely.
Yeah, everyone should be used to it by now because it was like this in Woes of the Round Table. So always bantering around no matter what, or every tangent come around. So so I'll tell you one thing, like out of topic. It doesn't have to be on topic. I'm seeing Gillingham on Saturday for the first time ever, like at their home ground.
Oh.
Yeah, the League Two team, Gillingham. So
you need to really figure out who you support.
Only because I want to go to something different just for once. But of course, you could shut up because you're a Man U supporter in secret. Even though you are Liverpool, but you're still a Man United fan at heart in secret. I'm a Man U fan, but I don't care about results. And also, being a supporter of Margate, so shame I can't go to their game because they're playing home to Folkestone in an FA Cup second qualifying round. So
I think you should be honest with yourself, right? And just support Margate. There's not going to be any person that looks at you and goes, Margate. You know what I mean? But if you stick with United, that'll be it.
That's a typical Ramsgate fan, what you did there.
The question is, do you or do you not want to be spat on in the street?
Nah.
Nobody would spit on a Margate fan. Would feel sorry for them. Would be like, oh, come on, it's all right, please. You make us feel bad. But no. All joking aside, you did tell me that you were going to see Gillingham, and that it was kind of like the away day. Did you enjoy it?
No. I'm going this Saturday.
Oh, it's this Saturday.
Yeah.
I'm not bothered. Premier League back. I thought it was last week with the international flower. Fucking hate international league. I hate it.
Yeah, because Margate, they're playing home to Folkestone and it's an FA Cup qualifying round, second qualifying round.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That is good.
Yeah.
God.
I know.
Yeah. Can't be some football.
Yeah. Sorry, we always love to go a bit tangents, as we always do back in the road.
Oh, no. I'm just holding on. We've got some good result Liverpool have, so I'm just playing it by ear. Quite happy to just sit by and watch.
Okay, so we've got something to announce, and it's going to lead on to this particular topic. Hope you're all ready. Sorry, I can't do it. So, as you all heard by our good friend Jenny Hayes, she is formerly known as the Rock Idol of the UK since September of this year. She graduated. So, without further ado, there's an announcement, and she's going to be coming to the Gaijin Scars Podcast in November. Yep, very happy to have her on the team. So, okay, it's how congratulations, Jenny, you've earned it. So you don't have, so you're not alone doing singing and everything. So, and also, no need to translate. Sorry, can't resist that.
I'm so proud of Jenny in quite a few ways. So not only kind of like as a friend, but unfortunately I wasn't ever able to go to any events, go to one of the shows to actually see her perform live. I'd have liked to, but I remember I bought one of, I did like the mail order where I got like a load of like badges and photos and one of the CDs, and it was brilliant. It was brilliant. Really enjoyed it. Had it in the car for fucking weeks. Loved it. Everybody loved it. And I don't think I ever told her this, but the eldest daughter, she's 8 now, but I can't remember if it was late last year or if it was early this year, but they had a day in school where you went. It was like rock and roll day.
Okay.
Rockstar. It was Rockstar. And so she had to kind of dress up like a rock star.
Okay.
And so I bought her a denim jacket, and we got her. She had like these black jeans that were cut up and ripped up, made her look dead cool.
Oh yeah.
Do you know? And we covered her in badges.
Oh yeah.
Like electric eel shock, the Hanako ones, and this, which my eldest daughter has now claimed this as her own.
Oh, awesome! Awesome.
This badge. This is her favourite badge in the
world.
And she wore this to school on that Rockstar day, and from what she told me, this badge everybody liked the most.
Awesome.
So it's I think that's really something quite special about that, because she doesn't know Jenny. She doesn't have any indication. I was listening to the music earlier, and she kept asking me why I was listening to Chinese. She doesn't really have that, the awareness. So I don't believe that she wouldn't have said that and not meant it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because she wouldn't have understood the implication of that. That's kind of like the only thing that I could offer to Jenny, as you've done amazing.
Yeah. Speaking of which, she's in the chat right now, so
go out and perform all of these shows, and you obviously get so many like fans and crowds and stuff like that. You deserve it, mate, because you've done amazing.
Yeah, as I've said, she's in the chat now, so she says it's warmed her heart. Whatever, if it's still what we said or whatever, so what you said, so yeah. So like basically, I've known Jenny since so the round table days with Matt, obviously, and she always, not only she's a great person, and also what's like I said, going on the subject is her music, her passion for music when she was doing her Rock Idol days, whether it was singing or doing actual performances. So I never seen her perform, but I actually got to meet her at Hyper Japan last year with Kelly when it was at the Evolution, I think it was, and that's the first time meeting her, and she's nice as even on like when you talk to her in person as well as on Skype or whatever, like when we're doing the podcast. She's very passionate to music, and like, so one thing that I loved about her during her Wota days was like not only the banter between you two as well as Kelly, but also what what's her name, things that she came out with that made us laugh. Like one of them in particular, because hence the name of this episode is called Congratulations, Mandrew, because what it was that we were talking about random nicknames for each other, and she just said, I might as well call myself Mandrew, and and we all just and it just stuck then. And another one when you wasn't here at the time, like when you was on your break or whatever, like she got a random text message or messenger, she goes, oh, that's my cockwomble. That was another one. That was another name of an episode. Remember? Yeah. I think that was the best response apart from my one when my messenger was going off. So yeah, like I said,
I keep kind of like I don't know if the term romanticize. I suppose there's some level of it. Every now and again I do always think that I honestly believe with all of the I've been trying. I've been creative in one way or another since about 2005. Whether that was filmmaking, whether that was thing, there has been absolutely nothing in my life that I have enjoyed making as much as Woter and the Round Table. Because I think it had everything. I think the just everything about it. I could go into detail, but I think I need to. I want to make this about Jenny, so I'm trying. What I'm trying to set up is that's a big part of how I view Jenny as well. Like not just as a friend and whatnot, but I think myself, she's one of the only people that I've ever really enjoyed working on something.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people tend to forget that when you're working on something, whether it's creative or whether it is whatever, there needs to be a whole lot of trust that you put into somebody else, because when you kind of venture onto a project or something like this, you are always hoping that the other person's going to come through.
Yeah.
You know, that everybody will kind of be there and everybody will do kind of what you need them to do in one way or another. You know, we do it as a team. She's one of the best teammates.
Oh yes,
one of the
definitely.
best co-hosts. One of the best people
Yeah.
that I've ever worked with. And I obviously know why she's graduated.
Yeah, we know why.
And I support her. I'll always support her.
Yeah, same.
In every possible way that I can. I was sad, but I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I'm sad because I know it's something that meant so much to her. I know that the road ahead of her is going to be absolutely fantastic and terrifying. But I think when you have something to work for, and something that's so all encompassing and all consuming, you do have to make those sacrifices. But I was sad because I know how much she loves it. I know how much it meant to her. But I know that she'll come back one day. She'll do whatever she wants to do with her time. And I know that her fans, me being one of them, I know that we will support her no matter what.
Yes. Yeah, we'll support her no matter what. And like I said, she's always been like fun to talk to, like whether it's passion for music or even wrestling sometimes, and she's a good gamer too. Yeah, that's another thing. And like I love what she said about like, especially like what she said in the episodes, like the passionate for like not only the metal music that she loves, but also the idol side as well. Yeah, which I quite like as well, because I'm still learning about idol stuff, and like also got the alternative idol. But I love like she shares the same things, and sometimes like we share the same things without even realising something. So like she gave us recommendations, we gave her recommendations, so it's all good in between.
I think some people might forget how terrifying of a concept, just as a concept, it is to put yourself into a position to be so incredibly vulnerable, to not only write your own songs, but to go and perform them on a stage, step up in front of however many people, even if it's one person that you don't know. To get up onto a stage and to sing and to really kind of be who you are, that's fucking terrifying. And that's just in theory.
Yeah.
She did that.
Yeah.
She went and did that, and she went and did that on not just once. She went and did that time and time again at expos, where it's not only in front of people that have come to specifically see you. You're performing to people who are passing by.
Yeah.
Who might not have that understanding. Who might not, like that takes. And I think the term that takes bollocks.
Yeah.
Really does kind of like paints the picture that only that's only man. That takes vagina. That takes a fucking vagina to get up there to do that. Because I fucking couldn't. I could probably at a push.
Yeah.
Do a podcast, but no, you would not fucking catch, unless it's for charity. You would not catch me fucking doing that. No, Jenny, you're an absolute fucking legend. What's happened? I can't wait to hear all of the stuff that you're going to be facing next year.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna be on this, and you are going to be fucking livid.
Or November. I said November. Yeah, November's you're up refined here. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, congratulations, Jenny. You deserve to be in the team after
congratulations, Jenny, and I'm glad to have you on
board.
board.
For the second time.
We just need
No. I don't think so.
He's too busy.
Yeah, so us three would be perfect. But what else? Yeah, because like going to the subject of like going on stage and everything, like what you said about Jenny. But it's an experience I want to share. In 2014, I went to Download Festival, and it in the UK, that is. If anyone doesn't know what it's a rock festival, and in the village area where everyone's camping. There was like an event going on. One was called Rockayoke, and Rockayoke. So you had like it's basically karaoke, but you got a live band on stage, and you're like singing. So you got like someone drumming, guitaring, and doing the bass, and like you're singing. And I did one of my favourite songs of all time, which is Queen Bohemian Rhapsody, and I did it in front of loads of people. And believe me, it does take guts to do that in front of loads of people as well, so
yeah. I've been on stage twice. I've been on stage twice, but I do have a story of like my greatest performance, should we say. So the first time I was on stage, it was. Do you remember back in the day, Nickelodeon, back in the 90s, they used to have the Red Hot Lobster tour?
I don't remember Nickelodeon as much because I didn't have Sky at the time, so every time I watched stuff on Nickelodeon would be if I was at my friend's house or at my grandparents'.
Okay. Well, they used to do these like they go around the country and whatever, and I'm not a winner. I don't win things, so I don't gamble. I don't do anything like that because I'm always very fucking unlucky with it. But when I was younger, I won a prize at Nickelodeon's Red Hot Lobster.
Oh wow!
And it was in Ashfield, and I went up onto stage. And it was 1999,
oh, wow.
I think it was, because I won a Sega Dreamcast.
Oh wow!
And it was brand new.
Yeah, I was just gonna say brand new.
It was like when it was amazing, and I was always Sega anyway, so I was so happy. That's the first time I was on stage. The second time I was on stage because I did like a BBC thing in with my friend Glenn in about 2013. Nothing important. It was just like a little thing. Those are like the two times. But the best fucking performance I ever did, I was off my face in Manchester in 2013, and it was a pub, and my friend Adi told me this because I had no recollection of it, but I think it was a pub called Gulliver's or something like that, in the northern quarter of Manchester, and Huey Lewis and the News came on with Power of Love.
Oh.
Back to the Future. But I love that song. It's one of my favourite songs of all time. And I went methodically round the pub, air guitaring, dancing, power sliding. Apparently, he got a bit worried. If I'm drunk and a bit out of control, a lot of people tend to think that I'm an angry drunk. No, I'm a cuddler. Do you know what I mean? I'm a hugger. And there were these two skinhead like punks and stuff that were in there, and my mate Adi was really worried that they were gonna start on me basically, or I was gonna like upset them. Apparently they were so impressed with how fucking flattered I was and what a twat I was making myself that they offered to buy us both drinks in that pub, so long as we stayed in that pub for longer. I woke up in like a wardrobe in a hotel room, so I can't remember getting back, but that's my greatest performance.
Oh, I've got a good story to tell you. Like when Baby Metal played in 2016 at Wembley Arena, like I can't which magazine it was. I've actually got it in my room right now. So I'm gonna try. I can't remember what it's called. So bear with me. I'm not on the screen. So what was it called?
Where's it gone?
Oh,
Leave Jenny alone.
Quick Japan. That's it. Quick Japan. I've still got it with me, and sorry about that, everyone. I couldn't think of the name, so yeah, it's called Quick Japan, and like they did an article on Baby Metal when they did Wembley Arena in 2016, and like before I didn't know who these people were. They were like journalists, and so they were asking people about how do you get into Baby Metal, what's your favourite song, this, that, and the other, and so I actually did my bit. And also there's a few others that some people may recognise. I'm gonna name a few. So Callie Matthews is one of them. Then you got Emma and Jess. They're two good friends. I don't know if they still are, but two good friends. And many others like myself, Jenny, Kelly, and that. No, anyway. And so like also the people that went to the after party and did a few interviews there, and I'm actually in the book, like the magazine, from what I did outside, what I said outside Wembley Arena at the time. So there's a little picture, but I'm not gonna get it out. So yeah, that's pretty good. Thought I'd put that in as it was. Thought I'd put that in. Yeah, because I was quite proud of myself. So and also what else? Speaking of like guts and everything, like going back to the subject of gut, like what you said, I've got a good story to tell you. Like if anyone's heard of it during Wota, but I could go through it again. In 2018, I went to Metal Hammer Golden Gods. In 2018, that was the last time Metal Hammer did the Golden Gods Awards, and it was in the Indigo O2. Like if you go to the O2, you got go inside, you got all the restaurants and that. On the side to the right, there was like a little area. It's called the Indigo O2, where they had the like event, and like I've got a good story. It was before the show happened, so it was me, my brother, and loads of people. We were waiting to go into the venue, and on the same night you had Shakira playing. Yeah, and and there was actually a few. It was don't know how many people, like, I say maybe 2 or 3 times, like, some people came and asked, is this the queue for Shakira? I'm like, what? Like, got people in black, like, dressed in black, and like, black clothing, patch jeans and so on. Like, do we look like Shakira fans? So,
what's wrong with Shakira?
yeah, and then, so, like I said, like, so they had the like, so they had like a few bands on stage. You had Parkway Drive who were headlining. That was an amazing show. You had Baroness, Sugar, just to name a few, and so, like, you had, so one of the awards was called Best New Band, and Love Bites were actually nominated and they won. And believe me, and Miho, the bass at the time, like, when she did majority of the talking, she couldn't say well the words, and everyone just cheered when she couldn't get it out properly. So, which was a bit of a good one. That was a bit of a struggle, but it worked in the end. That was worth it, and that was for £10 as well. Yeah. Thought I had a bit of that for fun. Okay, so, ooh. Anything else you can think of, like, funny wise, story wise? We could just have a little tangent. If it's
Fuck. Mate, you're laying them on me tonight. Jesus, you can't just drop that on me, because then I start going, oh, well, okay. Trying to think of something. It's a problem, really, because I go off on so many tangents. I never know what stories I've told and what stories I haven't. I'm always worried that I'm just going to repeat something.
Yeah.
And then I often worry that I'm going to repeat something I shouldn't. What can I tell you? What can I tell you that won't put me in jail? Do you cook?
No.
Do you want to cook?
I would love to.
What would you cook?
I could easily do a good shepherd's pie or cottage pie I've done in the past.
Not necessarily what can you cook. What's your favourite meal?
Favourite meal? What? There's so many. So many, I can't think.
Okay. Well, what would you want to cook? If you could cook anything, what would you cook?
Ooh, flipping heck. I don't know, really. It's so difficult. You put me on the spot there too.
Yeah. So this is what you want to do. So if you want to learn to cook, YouTube is amazing. Like the amount of shit I digest on YouTube when I can't figure out what I'm doing with my life is I use it for DIY, I use it for cooking, I use it for all sorts of stuff. But you really want to start learning to cook. You want to get a fucking great cookbook. Right? And my fiance gets so angry with me because I'll just have like 7 books arrive. Like 7 cookbooks just arrive in like 2 days. She's always like, well, you're going to be there. But I tell you what, I use them. I use them. And I'm sliding all over the place because I've just cut the chair.
Yeah.
I've made this gin way too fucking I'm just like, can you see it? Can you see it?
Yeah.
I've really done this, and it's a Thursday, and I've got a school run at morning. It's to be honest, mate. No, I quite like when it comes to podcasts and stuff like that. I really enjoy just kind of like it flowing.
Yeah.
I don't always. This is why I think I've probably been unsuccessful in my podcast because I have no plan. I just start it, and it does. I was thinking about I really messed up. I think in a way with the podcast I did.
The Unsociable Hour.
Unsociable Hour.
Yeah.
I can't do it. Okay.
I've been on it twice.
You have. It was never the podcast I wanted to make. In like, what I mean by that is, the way that I structured it, it wasn't what I initially wanted it to be. I always wanted it to just be, Andrew, thank you for coming on.
Yeah.
Tell me about your life. Tell me about your childhood.
Yeah.
And I wanted the guests to kind of tell their life story. But that ended very quickly when I had certain people on who weren't willing to just free flow conversation. They told me what questions I could ask. And so I was always like, oh. And then I was worried that, well, if I revert back to it, do I do the other guests an injustice? Because they felt, maybe they felt that I never said to anybody, and you can vouch for this, I'm sure, Jenny as well, I never told anybody what they could or couldn't say. I was always just like, right, let's just roll with it.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, I originally, I'll tell you this now, I originally planned to do a review on a live album, which was recorded last year, but it came out early this year. But since Jenny was great, I thought I had to change my plan. So if it went, so that's what I did. So I just thought go on with the Hoof. So when I do my episodes, there'll be times where it's unplanned. Sometimes it'll be planned. So if you can't think what to say, just go with the flow. So that's
And that's what it is, when it, because I think that's what people I think want, and I could be wrong, and if I am wrong, tell me in the comments. I think people listen to a podcast because they enjoy conversation.
Yeah.
It's not always necessarily about what is discussed. Yeah. It's the conversation. It's the free flow. And I think that's why WOTA went so well, because there was no formula.
Yeah. Because
we tried, but no formula ever worked because we had too much of a laugh.
Yeah.
But I think that's what people like. They enjoy the fun.
Yes, exactly. Because there's times where we talk about one subject, certain subject, and all of a sudden you're just going into different spectrums.
I think,
different spectrums, when it came to random tangents sort of thing. So
I don't know. I don't know what was like. What was the joke? I don't know what was free flowing, and I don't know what was the alcohol.
Could be a bit of both.
Because once I'd got to a certain point, it was like all bets were off, and I was just like,
yeah,
here we go.
Yeah. So yeah, because I know I do talk about music. I do love going into random tangents as well. So, yeah. So,
I think it's important.
Yeah.
You deal with. I don't have to deal with any kind of public backlash. I don't have to deal with any social media thing. I don't have. I don't have friends in. Can we refer to them as high places? Yeah, sure. I don't. You have people who you have to kind of keep a clean sheet for, like friends who own kind of like businesses. Yeah. Would it be fair to? I don't want to pinpoint anybody out in case they wouldn't appreciate me saying it. But people who are kind of like building a brand.
Yeah.
You obviously have to. You're affiliated in ways, whereas I'm not. I can just come on here and say what the fuck I want. Because so long as it's not, so long as it's not making you look bad or making anybody else look bad, it doesn't really matter. So I think tangents in that sense. I can go off on tangents, and I don't particularly mind because
I do that sometimes too. So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because
but I think that's probably also the reason why, if I'm on this podcast with you, you will never get sponsored. Unless we need to find somebody out there that is willing to sponsor me.
Sponsor you.
You know what I mean?
Oh God.
It comes up on Sky Sports a lot. That Newman, where it's like the what is it? You can't get an erection. Erectile dysfunction.
Oh yeah.
Maybe they'd sponsor us. Weird enough.
Oh God. Okay.
But no.
Oh, what about like say random moments during Sky Sports news, like especially many years ago, Chris Kamara not sure about with a red card or second book of offence against Sports. Remember that?
I love it. Sky Sports is done for me now because Jeff Sterling's gone.
Mm.
It's so sad watching him do betting adverts and stuff, and you just think, Jeff, you're like you're the face of football.
Yeah, he's going to be on Talk Sport soon. He's going to be on Talk Sport. He's joining Talk Sport, I've heard, which is a radio station.
I've tried listening to Talk Sport, so I really like. There's a United fan that I really like. His name's Mark Goldbridge. I think he's a fucking legend. But I struggle with Simon Jordan.
Oh yeah. Like one thing I could laugh about Man U is Harry Maguire like scoring 2 goals for England, and but they're in the wrong end. Yeah, that one. Yeah, I heard about that one for the last couple of days.
Here's the thing with Harry Maguire. Then. Okay. Do you know he comes from about 20 minutes away from me. I have friends who he went to school with. That is true. That is a fact. She went to school in Chesterfield. But him and his brother. But I think Harry Maguire could be a fantastic footballer for a different club.
Mm. Just look at Harry Kane. Well, remember that first game that he played? He went to the referee and they were speaking German. He just realised that he's in Germany, not England.
I don't mind Harry Kane, but I think Spurs will do better without him. Harry Maguire, I think he's staying at United.
Yeah.
He's staying at United. That's obviously happening what Southgate said. But I think he'd be better elsewhere. I'd have him.
Yeah.
I'd have him at Liverpool. I reckon Klopp could make him amazing. But I don't like the level of bullying. I don't like. It's not just him, but there's other footballers as well. That I think is getting too much negative media, and what does it do to you? Do you know what I mean? Because if Harry Maguire, and this is awful, so trigger warning, suicide. If Harry Maguire were to take his life as a result of all the negative media and whatnot, where does that leave people? Where does that? Because then you suddenly go, we took it too far. People are already taking it too far. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If people don't like him, that's fine. But he's a player at Manchester United. He is paid by Manchester United. Manchester United obviously decide to keep him. It's not really. Fans can turn around and be like, oh, I don't like Harry Maguire and all his shit. And yes, he does make mistakes. I wouldn't say he's a shit footballer, but he makes mistakes. I don't think he'd get this level of backlash if he wasn't the captain. And I think that's where the difference is. Yeah. When Verge got the red card, which he did deserve. When Verge got the red card against, what was it now? This gin's too strong. Fucking hell. Anyway, when Verge got the red card that he did deserve, nobody turned around and were like, well, he shouldn't be the captain. Captains make mistakes. Yeah. Well, it's fine. The captains are there to actually, like, own up to the mistakes. And I know that's what some people have got a problem with Maguire about. Andrew now is turning around and being like, "Oh, I was opening up one like this." I've been talking about football too long.
No, it's all right. It's all right. Just, look, one thing.
And all I'll say is just to put a thing on it. Harry Kane should fucking stay in Germany. It's the only way he's going to win a fucking trophy.
Yeah.
I think he holds Spurs back, and I think we're seeing that with Madison. Liverpool are the fucking greatest club in the world, and they always will be. Margate, good luck, mate. And Harry Maguire. I think the bullying needs to stop. I do think it is bullying. I think it's fine to have an opinion, and I think it's fine to be like, I don't want him as the captain. I don't like him playing at Manchester United. But to go on and like harass his family and to post shit all over social media about him is vindictive. That's the reason I don't have it and I don't like it. But I think he'd be great at another club.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Like I said about not talking about players. I know it's mainly Japanese music, but I don't care because we do go on tangents. But so I've told Matt this before, but I'm going to say this now. We've got a player Margate have. His name is Ben Greenhall, and he was actually a player for Inter Milan in 2010. Yep, and he's won the Champions League medal for them. And he's now player manager or player assistant manager for Margate, and he was captain for a little bit until last season. So that's one good thing. And I'll tell you what.
Have you got his signature?
No, I've got a photo with him, as you've seen.
Have you got a Margate shirt?
Yes, I have. I'll show you it later.
Take that shirt to him and go, "Youth, sign it." Sign it. Throw it in his face. Ugh, put your name on that.
Okay. So
that's special. That's special.
Yeah.
And you can do that. There's a special law. There's a special law in that. You can turn around and throw a football shirt at a football man's face. Football man. This gin is too strong.
Yeah, blame it on the gin. Or remember the last episode where Kelly had too much prosecco and it got to her head stroke.
I would. Are we talking about?
Yeah, go back to what I said. The very last episode, we got especially Matt and Kelly was so drunk.
I was shit.
Yeah.
My fiance had to come downstairs and help me upstairs. I was bladdered. Honestly, I was so drunk.
Oh god.
I'd gone into everything. I'd gone into I drank beer, I drank whiskey, I drank soju, and I'm sure I tucked into the absinthe.
Oh my goodness.
And I didn't go to bed when the stream ended. Like I finished the stream and I came over to the sofa and I'd have put like music videos on or a record on. I think I put a record player on actually. And Sean had to come downstairs and be like, "Are you okay? Come on, do you want to? Are you ready for bed? Come on, let's go to bed."
Okay.
Me upstairs. Jesus Christ.
That's one way to as we're about to come up a few minutes away from the end of the episode. So, hope you enjoyed what we've watched, enjoyed what we've listened to, no matter what's coming out of our mouths at the end of this episode. Thought I'd say that. And so, so if you follow Gaijin Scars, it's Twitter is at Gaijin_Scars, and YouTube, if you can see, live stream, it's Gaijin Scars. And if you want to follow myself individually, it's on Twitter, it's or X, no matter what you call it, I'm still going to say Twitter. It's at Andrew_BFI. And also follow Jenny's social media. I'm going to plug in her social medias, follow her social medias as she's going to be brand new. So, and as it's now coming up to the end, I've got 2 song recommendations. If you've got 2, then that's fine. One, it's still going to be dedicated to Jenny. It's going to be Mutant Monsters Congrats, which is quite a fun punk song, and so on. A couple of albums from, but like I said, and also The very first music that Jenny released, Kawaii Killer, as a recommendation, as this episode's dedicated to her. So they're my two recommendations. And they'll be put in a playlist, because each time the episode ends, we'll have a playlist that we recommend. So there we go. Your turn, Matt.
I will 100% recommend Kawaii Killer, because that's the CD that I had in the car that my eldest Isabel is in love with. So I will 100% say Jenny Hayes' Kawaii Killer is one of my picks. I made a list of all the things that I'd enjoyed. I'll only give one, and that is going to be Tokyo Winter by Anatsume.
Okay.
I might be butchering that, so I do apologise.
That's all right.
Anatsume, Tokyo Winter. I'm really at a point now where I have like an offline playlist of the songs that I've loved over the past like 5 years, and most of the time I shuffle that. I don't so much go in for like the new stuff now. I'm just at that point. But when I do go into the newer stuff, I'm looking for a more kind of like chill vibe, more relaxed. I tend to spend most of my time these days listening to fucking cafe jazz. So I'm kind of enjoying a more laid back approach. I think that's coming across in the J-pop as well. In terms of the idol stuff, I'm not really not really following it as such. I'm subscribed to all the things and it keeps coming up, but I don't know. I think I need to kind of like go back and reintroduce myself to it in current times.
Yeah, when Jenny's.
But there really doesn't seem like there's many podcasts out there now about.
Pigs are still going.
Music.
Pigs are still going, because they're going to be releasing their first album soon. Very first album.
Yes, you did tell me about that.
Thought I'll mention that. Yeah. Thought as it's all punk, he got like I know we're going to finish anyway. Like Saki of Double Land, she's going to Taiwan soon, and also she's going to Taiwan. So she did a show in Germany with Yura of like Ex-Burst Girl, most recent. Yeah. So that's the ones I can think of. Like in the sort of poppy punk area.
Yeah.
So no, like I don't know if I think it was after Wota disbanded. When I say disbanded, like graduate or whatever. Like Christine, like they got I think it's Gloria. Their singles like it's been out for a year, I think. So that's like I said, that's good punk. So yeah. So I thought I'll bring that up. I'll even though it's not recommendation, but I'll put it in a recommendation. So so
why not, mate? It's your podcast. Do what the fuck you want to do. This is your
all right, calm down. It's our podcast, even though you say it's mine. It's our podcast.
Yours.
Yeah. So thanks for listening, everyone. So this is Gaijin Scars. So like I said, gonna go say congratulations again to Jenny, and one word of warning: don't get scarred for life. So don't get scarred for life, and see you all very soon.